every player were basically aces from different tier 2 teams brought together. So that's why every single one of them can bring an MVP kind of showing. And now looking at the stats as well, top banned by opponents, 44% for the 1-1. I kind of feel like that will change drastically because I kind of feel like maybe in this series he will not be getting the Claude because Super Red on the Claude is a little bit too cray-cray.
Yeah, it's cray-cray. In the Philippines, we call it matic, automatic. Ooh. When he gets that Claude, you know he's going to show up.
I love that.
And I believe these two teams are definitely going to be fighting out for the Beatrix and the Brody more often. You mentioned Skies, Gani. That's your guy. That's your man right there.
I mean, he loves the Martis. I love the Martis. 71% on this guy. This is why he is so lethal. Yet again, because Martis here can pull off that anti-CC, that is also the reason why he's so strong in contesting those neutral objectives.
Here's the thing. He idolizes Kyrie.
Oh.
Now he has to fight against him.
The idol.
Oh, like he said that himself, like he looks up to Kyrie. You know, the funny thing about this match is you have a team called Red Giants, but in a David versus Goliath matchup, they're David, this is Goliath.
Yep, let's introduce Onic Boots, Kyrie San, CW, and Keyboy.
You know what? Another roster swap here. Because yesterday we saw a lot of Albert playing in that gold lane, playing a lot of Harrods, bringing the Claude as well. But now with CW, is this the real main lineup here is the question. Because I love seeing Albert performing. But then again, it seems like with CW, he adds more stability in this team, which I preferably, in this current stage, I love.
No, I would say this is their very best lineup, and I appreciate that going up against
Yoodo.
Red Giants. So they're like, yeah, we're going to face you guys as seriously as we can. So that's why, right now, looking at the team statistics, I'm really interested to see, in terms of the bans, what are they going to ban out from Red Giants, because I do want to see if they have been paying attention. Looking at the situation here, their top pick, which I personally am slightly afraid of, is the Cho, because Keyboy on the Cho, on the Kufra, forget about it.
Yeah,
he's insane.
Cho, Kufra, Franco, it seems like whatever roamer you give him, he's gonna thrive. They did try to give him a Florin roam, but it doesn't seem like it's the Onic flavor just yet. And it's
he's
also
a playmaker, man.
Yeah, he's a playmaker, and it's difficult to playmake as a Florin. Now, it's interesting that we're actually seeing Joy as the highlight hero here for Kyrie, 100% win rate alongside his Lancelot. He's been wanting to play more Fredrin and Martisis, though, but it seems like he's still really thriving as an assassin.
He's still able to pull off that Joy here, it seems like, not just the assassins. And yeah, you're right, he is able still to pull off the assassin, even though he prefers the quote-unquote the fighters. But then again, remember that Joy, why is it so hot in Onic? It's a flex pick. Boots can pick it up, but then again, it's leaning more towards Kyrie. So if you draft against Onic, a lot of questions will be asked.
Yeah, and when you are now going to be considering the Joy as a presence in the draft, now you're going to be thinking, are we going to open up the Kaja? Because Kaja's another hero you don't want to give to Keyboy, but then you want to have a chance to get the Kaja for yourself so that Kyrie won't be able to get his hands on a Joy, because we all know Joys don't really like going up against Kaja. So yeah, a lot of things to consider here. And something I want to add, gentlemen. We all know Kyrie, handsome, champion, hell of an MLBB player. I saw him playing pool earlier. I think we found something that Kyrie got to work on. No human is perfect.
So you're saying
has a flaw.
He has a flaw.
He's bad at playing pool.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he's got something to work on.
He's not amazing at it.
Yeah, Coach Yet was teaching it, but give it maybe a month and then suddenly he's beating everyone at pool.
Yeah.
That's just
It's Kyrie.
Yeah. Actually, I'm pretty bad at pool as well.
I can teach you.
Really?
Yeah.
Legit, you know what happened before? There was one time I was hitting the white ball and I hit another ball and it went to the other table.
The other, like it jumped?
Yeah. And the other table was kind of angry because they were having a serious game and I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
Oh my god, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I'm sure they understand that. It was, hey.
No, they didn't.
They didn't?
They didn't.
All right.
They didn't care.
I can't salvage that for you, bro. There's nothing I can do to paint that into a better picture.
Either way, talking about this game, I really feel like, so we got to talk about the win conditions, because I feel if Red Giants can actually minimize the amount that Keyboy can do, that's going to be a big deal.
Yeah, definitely. How he can set for the roam and the rotations. Yoodo Red Giants, instead of trying to match the aggression of Onic, I want to see them try to at least minimize the Onic snowballs. Onic snowballs really quickly.
Yeah.
Not a lot of teams can stop that, but at least minimize it as much as you can.
I completely agree with you. They need to minimize that, and to add to that, they need to realize that mechanically, I don't want to say they are worse, but mechanically, they are slightly worse than Onic. So choose your battles here. Going up against a team that has a much higher in mechanics than you. You don't want to go in fights in 2v2 pickoffs, 5v5. Perhaps, again, choose your battles in this match and take it slowly.
Here's the thing, you guys watching at home, especially on Twitch, make sure you guys give us your predictions. Who do you guys think is going to win? Because this is the first match of the day, and it's really going to be setting up the tempo. Now, we got to talk about Onic as well. Is there anything that they have to worry about going up against Red Giants?
Oh,
Speaking of which, this is our prediction.
There's a prediction.
Wait.
Did we vote Yoodo?
Wait.
I remember putting a 2-1 here for Onic, but you know what? I'm gonna go. Let's just go with it. For Onic here, what they have to watch out for going up against Red Giants is that Red Giants are great at.
No. No.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. They have to watch out for the fact that Red Giants know how to punish team fight mistakes well. And especially with Gojis around, we know him, you cannot fall for the Gojis bait.
Yeah.
If it looks like Gojis is such a good target because, oh, look at him. He's overextending and doing all of this. No, he's trying to set something up for his team. Red Giants are very crafty in team fighting, and sometimes, especially in the series against EVOS Legends, we saw that Onic can fall to those traps.
Yeah.
Hence why they end up in those situations where they're going to be on a losing side.
A very cheeky strategy here set it up by the side of Yoodo Red Giants, and if that's the pattern, I'm sure Yeb and Ari, they somehow figure it out. You know what? Don't go for the all-ins, especially going up against Go just find other things, because then again, Yoodo will find compensation when Go just, baits.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like they will bait each other out because, to be fair, Gojas is the type of guy that will flicker into a 1v5. So,
yeah.
Whoa. On a Guinevere.
Especially on the Edith.
Yeah, especially on that Edith, currently one of his best picks right now, and the only guy who has like that unique hero on him going into these playoffs. I believe he has 3 games on the Edith, and he's the only one across all playoff teams who's played it. So I think that's something Onic also need to watch out for. Even though a lot of people don't see Edith as a threat, Gojis makes it a threat.
Right now, I'm also just a little bit worried around the mid lane. Well, as a Red Giants fan, because Zach Cutie is one of the best mages around in Malaysia, but Sans, I would say, is on a different level, man.
Yeah.
If Zach could keep up or even beat Sans, then I think it's Red Giants' game. But I kind of feel like Sans is just controlling the entire map for Ronnie, making it nigh impossible.
A legit question here. Can Zach play the Kadita?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Then maybe they can play the high burst mage. They can play the pick-off play style. Again, a good example. Perhaps he can replicate the gameplay of Sans, but then again, if you're worse mechanically, you need to pick your battles. And once again, I know I've mentioned this, but yeah,
the draft started.
Emphasize this.
But it makes a lot of sense. And one thing that I'm considering here for Red Giants also, going up with the Sans condition that you were talking about, they really have to consider whether or not they're going to be giving up the Valentina. And I think I'm seeing some things right above our heads. So in just a bit, I think we're going to be seeing the draft. It's time. It's finally time.
I feel like whoever's first pick, they will definitely grab the Valentina if it's open. And the Paquito. Yeah.
It's going to be a Paquito first pick here for Red Giants. Interesting.
Well, taking it away in the hands of Boots. Earlier on the data sheet, Boots' favorite hero in SBS has been the Paquito. Again, very fast clear, very high damage. And it seems like Gojest here has picked the Paquito here in his arsenal. Question is, will it fall to the hands of the EXP or the jungle? Onic, they're taking their time here. So a very good first approach from side of Yoodo.
Yeah, currently I'm thinking that this is going to be a Paquito that's going to go into the hands of Gojis. We were talking about Gojis earlier. That gives him the opportunity to go for his solo plays, be able to manage a minion wave on his own, and at the same time, do those bait plays in team fights that we were talking about. Now Onic, we talked about the Valentina, they picked it up. We talked about the Joy, they've prioritized it. Those are 2 deadly picks right away on the side of Onic. It'll make Yoodo Red Giants consider about picking up the Eve, picking up the Farsa, but I think they're hovering over it and they still want to pick it up.
Honestly, I want to see what this Paquito can do, because you just traded one Paquito for, like, you got a Paquito and you gave your opponent a Valentina and a Joy, which is like one of their best heroes, 100% on the Joy for Kyrie. And I kind of feel like Suns, if the Valentina is open, I'm not going to choose anything else. So this is very interesting, and I think it is very bold. I want to see if it works out, because that's a very expensive first pick, man.
That is right. And look at the response here. Yves and Kaja, two ults, two huge ults that can be taken away from Sans. Question is, does this overwhelm the IMU, or does this create more chances here is the question. A very good pick here. Going up against the Joy, you talked about the Kaja will counter the Joy, but whoa, all 6 heroes here. I feel like all tier S's being picked up by both teams.
Top tier heroes picked up, and not only that, it's the favorite heroes of the players we've been talking about. The second phase of the draft will be really interesting, because I'm looking at if Onic, there we go. They're still thinking that this might be a flex pick for Yoodo Red Giants. They're respecting the Edith of Gojes. I think they're going to try, if they're going to try to funnel Gojes into playing this Paquito, their next ban here has to be a Dairoth, if they really just want to funnel Gojes into that, because next to Edith, Dairoth is the next most played of Gojes.
You know what, if you really think about it here, Reptar, right? The 2 heroes that has been picked up by the side of Onic is also flex pick. You can pick up the other for the EXP or the Roam. You can pick up the Joy for the EXP or the jungle here. So asking still, you do a question, where do you think this hero will go? Now there you go, the Melissa ban comes through. Again, trying to target Super Red. 2 heroes banned out.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Onic either considering picking up the Brody, even though it's up against an Eve, considering that will probably be the best marksman pick for Red Giants as of now, because of all the dive and the close range that Onic has to be able to get close to their back line. The Melissa ban was great, so Red Giants now are going to consider taking out another Kiboy hero. If I'm them, I would consider, I was going to say Grok, but they take out the Terizla instead.
Yeah, right now, looking, I like the bans coming in from Onic. It does show respect here.
Yeah.
But now, if they really want to hide things up, I kind of feel like, is it safe to pick a marksman now? Seeing the composition coming in from Red Giants, is it safe enough to pick a marksman? Something like a Beatrix, because maybe you don't want to give that over to Super Red. But no, they're picking up the 1-1.
Okay.
50% win rate. Personally, don't like it, but, you know, it's whatever.
It's interesting here, right?
It is. I mean, the good thing about it is that they have so much dive that the 1-1, in the picture-perfect scenario for Onic, Onic's diving, CW is just trying to finally get all the marks up. And then the lineup of Red Giants right now, their front line, especially that Paquito and that Kaja, will have such a difficult time trying to make sure that they don't get marked up by the 1-1. So Red Giants are going to go for an assassin route here, the Hayabusa, and they'll pick up the Beatrix. The Hayabusa is quite questionable for me. I thought they'd go for something tankier, something with really good burst to potentially build up a snowball. I thought they would lean into picking up a Martis, but they wouldn't. And why? Exactly because Kiboy still has the Hilda as an option available for him.
I mean, here's the thing. Hayabusa is one of Sakai's best heroes, which I was surprised he hasn't used it up until now. But seeing the Hilda, yeah, I don't know how to feel about this. Now, you know what? I just want to throw it over to the casters.
Down to the last pick, it seemed like Yoodo Red Giants were going 50-50 against the MSC 2023 champions. Welcome to the casters. Gideon! Gideon, get up!
I'm scared, man! The MSC 2023 champions are looking so good at Red Giants. Their Cinderella story might just end here.
Dude, Gojes wasn't scared. You heard what he said, right?
It's true. They eat humans. It's the only way that they can actually stand up against these giants. And unironically, man, this draft is already looking very interesting, right? A lot is going to be riding on this Valentina, and the same can be said for Gojes.
That's right. Gojes, I agree with what our panel said, is great when it's a hyperactive hero. Nay, a hero that actually forces your opponents to respond. I've been watching him all throughout the group stages, and when you give him heroes that just buy time, that allow for boots, that allow for his opponents to call the shots, that's when things get shaky for YRG. So yes, hoping that him right now on his back brings the heat.
Look, I've already made my predictions here. I'm thinking that Onic is going to take this. The stats are backing me up on this one. So if Yoodo Red Giants are here to prove me wrong, I'm ready for it.
All of the more the reason you can't miss this match. Everybody watching, welcome to game number 1. It's a purple start for both of our junglers. Interesting to see that Keyboy at minute 0, when the game starts, didn't go straight for Sekai's. That's what you usually do, right? When you're a Hilda, you just try to look for that assassin jungler that so badly needs these earlier resources, and then you just compromise him.
Exactly, but I think, you know, with the winning, I wouldn't even say winning lanes, lanes that you can force priority on. Even if you try to go for these invates, you can see that there is coverage from the EXP laner. If it was gold, it'd be from the Beatrix, but First Blood might just fall over to Kyrie's side. Flicker coming in for Pancake, and it's gonna be a double with the electrifying beats.
The one takes 2 this early on. Just barely a minute passed, and we didn't even get to check out the emblems. Yeah, real quick, let's scan the landscape, and so far nothing out of the ordinary, save for maybe Boots' choice of Brave Smite. He wants to stay hardy. He wants to be here when Gorgeous tries to call for things, and yeah, no, that's about right. We see what we need to see. Focusing mark on Pancake, though, that's interesting.
Yeah, I think that focusing mark on Pancake's side, I guess they want to be able to eliminate their targets super quickly, and especially since if you have access to Divine Judgment, you're looking at Kyrie and being like, just give me an opportunity, give me a chance.
Yeah, it's the pickoff on the pickoff, but with the way Onic is going, this is what Onic does best, right? Oh wait, real quick, let's see, Keyboy, trying to do.
Skies is taking a lot of damage here. Keyboy is able to 1v2 this no problem, and in the meantime, bottom side, Kyrie's already secured the Lord, and we secured the turtle as Keyboy. Oh my goodness, the damage, not even there yet. Skies doesn't have enough items.
Oh, Keyboy was rocking just what you do on a hardy Hilda. And he was rocking Concussive Blast, mind you, not even Brave Smite. So he was using that passive, weaving in and out, taking damage, and buying so much time for that free turtle, going over to Onic with a huge 1,300 gold lead just under 3 minutes. Now, something to note, the way Onic is going, it feels like we're past the laning phase, but we're barely just on the first turtle, right? So this is their modus operandi. This is how they want to finish games quick. They want to expedite the early and mid so that their cores, I'm looking at CW, I'm looking at Sands, and now Kyrie, for sure Kyrie, who is on an assassin, are able to finish quick. That's what's going to happen here. I'm wondering how YRG is going to stop.
Well, it could be the opposite way where, you know, last time we saw Onic up against EVOS Legends where they did get that lead, they kind of understand when you expect your opponents to actually bounce back. So once the level 4 start coming in, and especially with the Divine Judgment from Pancake, I think Onic is going to be a little bit more cautious instead of just trying to spearhead into the enemy jungle.
And that's the answer from YRG. They got to be able to make Onic think twice about their direction, think twice about the tempo that they're going at, and that's the best thing you can do against a Hilda. Right now, Pancake gets jumped on. Zach Cutie to the answer.
Yep, Keyboy, he's able to, waiting until the very last second. The RW and Divine Judgment guarantees the kill with the Oki. Shadow kill. Kyrie wants to get into the middle of this. Gorgeous is kind of low. I don't think he should be here, but Skies can't afford to lose his purple buff. Kyrie steals it away.
Oh no, this is a Hayabusa that badly needs it. For the price of Keyboy, I'd say that's a bargain. Oh wow!
That's what happens. They saw that Gojes was low. He had to recall, and Boots had free roam down on the bottom side of the map. Instant punish. The Super Red gets dove on the top side of CW on his signature 1-1. Showing off, taking to the skies. Not that difficult to do.
There's a reason why they call Onic the Kings of the Sky. And because of these wins, in bot, in top, another free turtle going over. And this will now grow their lead to about 2,000 plus, right? There you go. You just saw the screen reflected. Just under 5 minutes, we're looking for Onic to turn these into permanent gains. So far, they've only been getting kills and turtles. And now CW just up to the task, chipping away at that gold shield.
Oh, it's a tough position to be in for Yoodo Red Giants, right? That was a very pivotal point for them as they lose another turtle in the process, and more importantly, they're down levels. Like every single lane is feeling the oppression, and Skies has not stopped as he gets chunked out by Keyboy in his own jungle.
Every possible resource that Onic wants, and every single way they want to choke Yoodo Red Giants, they get it. And it comes at a price, right? So far it was Keyboy going down, but something else to note. Gideon, did you see this? Revitalize? What?
Yep.
Keely boys?
Wants to fight, but also wants to stick around longer than you would like. And let's not forget the fact that with this Hilda, you do have a little bit of a knockback, which is able to cancel a couple of animations, making it very frustrating to deal with. This is why Hilda is so annoying. She has sustain, she has ways to break your animations, and more importantly, she's super hard to kill.
It's a bush on the go. Whenever Keyboy just needs it, all right, ain't no bushes nearby, now we do. And Pancake playing with fire, goes for the flicker, misses Sans!
He makes the attempt towards Sans' side, and now the RWM, they're looking to just at least take one. Keyboy holding on, even popping the Revitalize, still dies off to go just at the end of the day, but that's so many resources. And now Onic looking to clap back, boots flicking forward with the final slash, allowing him to jump even further, deeper in, he gets back out with the vengeance! A 1-for-1 trade.
Still a win for Onic, despite Yoodo Giants slowly getting on the board here as we approach the mid-game, post-laning phase. And it's come to the point where the basics, the upkeep, the housekeeping that Yoodo Giants have to do, it's coming at a cost. It's suffering because of how much they want to stop Onic from doing what they're doing here and barreling on forward. 4,000 now, and this last turn of the game going to go free over to Onic. And yes, folks, if you hear the drums, Onic Sabat is in the building.
Yep, it looks like the Sky King fandom has come down to check it out live here at the arena. Now, once again, Pancake looking for any kind of opportunities to find the right targets, and Sans just being a nuisance. Wait, Oki shadow kill being committed. Sans, he's totally fine here. Oh, wait, he calls back into triangle, and it is a solo kill. Skies threads the needle, and now Onic looking to push back. Boots is not going to let him go with a final slash and a guaranteed kill from the side of Keyboy's side. The RWM has been utilized, but Gojes unable to do any more than this.
The punish came in so quick, but just the same, you can't deny that this young man has moves. Sans wasn't expecting that. Sans is characteristic to know. He is but the example of a mid laner who knows how to use space and mechanics. There he didn't. There's the pull on a Keyboy!
Yep, the combo is clean, and Kyrie looking once again for the opportunity. Doesn't want to go for the kill, just knows, all right, you can take one of my teammates. If it's Keyboy, it's fine. I'll take your purple.
Okay, so far, it's only really been Keyboy and Sans fallen. What's that meant for the economy? We can take this time to digest exactly what went on throughout early and mid-game here and digest the item builds that these teams are going for. I can't get over the fact that we're looking at a Hilda with Revitalize, man.
Right?
When was the last time y'all saw that, right? Even in your own ranked games.
Yeah, Hilda usually doesn't go with Revitalize. Half the time it's either you like take a Purify, and even sometimes that Sprint is the most common one. Flicker, just in case you want to be able to like hop into the back line super quick. But many times you don't ever see this Revitalize. Oh, looks like we're already jumping back into the game. Walk me through some of the items that we've seen so far, because they're coming to a point where this 2K lead has already developed to a 5K lead, and if this doubles, that's a death sentence.
All right, so there's a huge gold gap between our gold laners, 1,000 and change between Super Red and CW. And you already see here 2 core items for one, and then the other has to work with a Legion Sword and a Fury Hammer. But as we say, TW now has 3 core items. He's going to farm up so quick. He's got that Wind Talker, and even in a 1v1, right? Even in a 1v1, he can afford to greed out. No Wind of Nature just yet on his lane mate, on Super Red. And we know Yoodo Red Giants, right? They're all in for red. And so far, how far are they from that game plan?
Honestly, it's a Beatrix, right? At the end of the day, wait, hold on. Where we see the full combo on Boots' side. He flickers out of there and goes for the final slash. He's using his vengeance to keep alive, almost making it out. Gojes unable to finish the kill. 2 level down difference as Kyrie finds one back.
Boots was living on the edge, and he took all of us with him at the edge of our seats. Keyboy spotted out. Will they continue the fight? Sounds very far. All this was just used to buy time. Look at the push that the young Calvin Winata has done on top lane. And he wants to jump, he wants to fly. All right.
Honestly, CW at this point. Oh! Skies getting terrified. Getting absolutely demolished here. No purple buff still for him as the Malefic Roar has been purchased.
And everything comes for free to Onic this time around. Looking at a 7,000, 8,000 gold lead approaching under 10 minutes. Free Lord. Not to mention this is going to be difficult. We asked the question, how far are they from the Super Red game plan? Almost light years, folks. I can't sugarcoat this. It's very difficult to play in the position that Yoodo Red Giants are in. And at least here's a little bit of a ray of hope, right? Super Red, number 3 on the gold leaderboard. He's getting there, but he's so behind. 1,000 and change once more, and he's holding on. I wonder if they know that there's this many members. Oh, now they do.
Yep, they have a rough idea. At least Void Rift, Void Crystal, sorry, is able to kind of open things up. Keyboy just taunting his opponents, trying to bait any kind of movements.
Mental warfare, man.
Yeah, it's the psychological warfare, right? Gojes, unfortunately, trying to push Keyboy back into it. Ooh, even baits out the final slash from Boots' side. Very good attempt, but doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Onic, they've got Lord on their side.
Yep, a total of about 9,000 gold ahead Onic has over Yoodo Red Giants, which translates to about 1 or 2 major items on the core heroes if it's spread out well. There's a Lord marching up through top, and worst case scenario, Yoodo Red Giants just loses all of their outer turrets. They can protect their inhibitors with the way it looks. So this is a sign of Onic kind of slowing down.
They're just making sure that they can actually... Oh, wait, Sans actually trying to flicker forward. Didn't get in range of Gojes' side. Okay. Let's see, as the second waves are about to start collapsing in, the tier 2s are all done for.
All right, so... Y'all saw what we saw, right? The final slash, wasted. The flicker, wasted. Maybe Yoodo Red Giants can build up these small advantages and use these resources to kind of climb back in. I know, easier said than done, but looking at this from the perspective of, we'll take anything, right? Anything to help Super Red get back on top is a big deal. Now, Kyrie.
Oh, ouch. I'm looking at the goal difference. I'm seeing that it's almost 9K at this point, building up to that 10K. And especially when you're 11 minutes in the game, like looking at these gold leads, the item power spike differences are so significant, right? Cores are basically finishing off their builds. Yoodo Red Giants are just looking for scraps to get into their second, even third item.
Yep, in the past few minutes that we've checked in since, there's already a Wind of Nature on both of our gold laners. So if we're still on this wavelength of where is Super Red, when is he gonna come in and save the day for YRG? Well, it's not as easy, because even CW has a Wind of Nature. So they have to watch out for how he goes in and when he goes in. And the fact is, Kyrie's been pretty mum. The 4 kills on Kyrie, a majority of those came in the early game.
Yeah. I mean, that's what allows him to snowball. And it's not even, it doesn't really affect him the most. It affects his laners the most. Like, Sans had the greatest time in the world. He's a level up in the early game. And more importantly, he gets the snowball out of control. And that can be applied to every one of the members of Yoodo Red Giants, right? You want to get that return kill? Guess what? You're 2 levels down. You don't have the numbers.
Yep, and I think Yoodo Red Giants understand that dynamic, and that's key to staying in the game, and that's key for the comeback. Look, they're respecting Onic's lead, their dominant start all the way now up until the late game, after you push the late game, but wait, could still play.
Pancake finding Boots, RWM as well as a bandit spray to final slash hits all four. Gorgeous tries to peel down backwards. Boots still alive, ends up falling regardless, and here comes CW chasing them down, running them one by one as Kyrie gets that final kill. 3-4-0.
The Giants were outgunned. Despite as good as an engage as you can find, they just weren't dealing enough damage. And they still were on the receiving end of an amazing final slash. Now the base, final siege.
Oh, Kyrie already takes out Gojes. Didn't even break a sweat. With this Lord walking on through, Zach QT knows it's just, we gotta wait for the next game. GG, well played, as Onic take game 1.
13 minutes, 40 seconds. Only took one last push, one big fight. The event